Hello, everyone, and welcome again to our English class. And today we're going to have another mind-boggling lesson. Okay, but just in case you're new to this channel, please don't forget to like, share, and of course, do subscribe. And if you missed the previous lessons that we had, just don't worry. Simply click the links on the description box below so you can watch them. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so I would like you to do some things. Okay, so I would like you to make a sentence by simply arranging these words here. Can you make a sentence? 5 seconds, please. Fabulous. I will help you. So we have here you, I, will, and help. So arrange that. You can formulate I will help you. Fantastic. Next one. Make a question, but this time specific for yes or no question. We have here visit, he, to, come, will, us, and tomorrow. I will give you 5 seconds to formulate your sentence for your question. 5 seconds is over. So you will say, will he come to visit us tomorrow? So again, will he come to visit us tomorrow? Next one, make a sentence. Going or going to is he spend vacation his in the Philippines. I'll give you 5 seconds again to formulate your sentence. Correct. You will say he is going to spend his vacation in the Philippines. Amazing. All right. Last but not the least, make a question for yes or no. We have here going to, you are, be a teacher. Can you make your question? 5 seconds is over. So you're gonna say, are you going to be a teacher? Fantastic. Now, today we're going to talk about future simple tense. Okay, future simple tense. So the sentences that you have arranged are actually in the simple future or the future simple tense. Okay, so once again, the sentences that you have just arranged are in future simple tense. Before I move further, let me allow you to share our learning objectives for today first. Okay, so learning objectives. Given the resources, students should be able to, number one, understand the usage and structures of simple future tense. Number two, answer the differentiated exercises given. Number three, formulate their own sentences and questions using simple future tense. Okay, now this time let's talk about the usage. Okay, when can we use simple future, and what are the words or the verbs that we're going to use in simple future tense? Let's discover. Okay, let's talk about first learning objective number one. Understand the usage and structures of simple future tense. Okay, now simple future tense has two different forms in English. So again, simple future tense has two different forms in English. What are these forms? So we can use will and be going to. It's very common for will. So again, we have to use the modal verb will or the verb will and be going to. Now, when we say be going to, it talks about the be verbs. What are be means be verbs? What are be verbs again? You can say is, am, and what? Are. Very good. So again, it's be going to. We are going to use is, am, and are. Okay, take note of that. Now, both will and be going to refer to a specific time in the future. Once again, both will and be going to refer to a specific time in the future because we're going to use, we're talking about here a simple future in the futuristic action. So in order for us to use or to use simple future tense, we have to use the verbs will and be going to. All right, always remember. Now, when to use will. So there are actually, though be going to and will express futuristic actions, but there are actually differences. Or yeah, there are actually a few differences when to use will and be going to. So are you ready to learn? Let's start. And we are going to use will for first. We use will to express a voluntary action. I guess it is very understandable, but just in case you still don't understand what the voluntary action is, no one forcing you to do it. That's voluntary. That's a free will. No one forces you or no one forcing you to do it. So that's something voluntary. So we use will to express a voluntary action. Example. Now we have here A and B. A said, I'm really hungry. So B said, I will make some sandwiches. So no one forcing B to make some sandwiches. He is voluntarily make some sandwiches. Okay, he said, I will make some sandwiches. So no one forcing him to do. So this is voluntary action, or is expressing voluntary action. So I will make a sandwich or some sandwiches. So this is something voluntary. Number two, we use will to express a promise. Promises are not meant to be broken. Okay, we use will to express a promise. Now when you say promise, you say, oh, I promise to not to be late again. I promise to study English much. Okay, promise. Example, I promise, okay, I will not tell him about the surprise party. So I promise I will not tell him about the surprise party. So promise, so use will. Okay, so another use, there are actually four basic usage of will. So number three, we use will to express a spontaneous decision. The action is decided at the moment of speaking. So again, we use will to express a spontaneous, which means continuing decision or action. So we use will to express a spontaneous decision. The action is decided at the moment of speaking, right now. Example, A said, the phone is ringing. I will answer. So spontaneous decision. So the phone is ringing, what's he gonna do? He will answer. He will answer the call or the phone. Okay, spontaneous. Last usage of will, we use will when the main verb is be, even if we talk about the planned events. What does it mean? So we use will when the main verb is be. Okay, not an action word. Example, I will be in London tomorrow. So we have will here, and then the main verb here is be. So use will if the main verb is be. I will be in London tomorrow. I will be at school 2 weeks from now. So the main verb here is be. So there is no action verb. Okay, take note. So I hope that you're going to memorize and understand the usage of will. So once again, we use will to express a voluntary action. Number two, to express a promise. And number three, for spontaneous decision. And number four, I'll use will when the main verb is be. Okay, now this time, let's talk about be going to. So when can we use be going to? So once again, be going to, it refers to am, is, and are. And plus going to is going to, are going to, I'm going to, and be going to. Okay, myself. Okay, when to use? Number one, we use be going to talk about prior plans, strong intentions, or fixed arrangement. So that's the difference between will and be going to. Be going to talks about prior plans. So you have planned the decision, or you already planned the action ahead of time. So we're going to use be going to. Strong intentions. What does it mean, strong intentions? You're really wanting to do that by hook or by crook. You are going to do it. And fixed arrangements. So fixed arrangements, it will never be changed. Okay, or it might be changed, but there is a minimal percentage of changing it. Okay, so that's when we use be going to. Consider this example below. I am going to buy a new car next year. So this is prior plans, strong intentions, and fixed arrangements. Next year, he is going to buy a new car. So I am going to. Okay. Next, we use both will and be going to. Take note, we use both will and be going to predict future events. So predict. Okay. So we use will and be going to predict future events. When you say predict, you have already like you're guessing. Okay, what's gonna happen in the near future. Okay, that's something to predict. Okay, so we both use will and be going to predict future events. Example, the weather tomorrow will be sunny. You can also say you are going to be a famous artist. So these are both predictions. Again, these are both predictions. So the weather tomorrow will be sunny. So this will be something prediction. You are going to be a famous artist. Who knows? So this is just a prediction. Okay, so use will and be going to if you predict future events. All right. Note, we use be going to, not will. Take note, we use be going to, not will, to make predictions about events when there is a concrete evidence. So what does it mean there's a concrete evidence? You are pretty much sure that this is gonna be happen or this is gonna happen. So use be going to, not will. Okay, to make predictions about events when there is a concrete evidence. Say for example, you saw an accident or car accident. Okay, and you might say, he's going to be hurt, you will say, or the driver or the passengers perhaps are going to be hurt. See, there is a concrete evidence that there is 99% that there is someone getting hurt. So that's a concrete evidence. Example, look at those dark clouds in the sky. It is going to rain soon. Is going to rain soon. Be going to. This is be verb. So is going to rain soon. So there is a concrete evidence that the cloud is so dark It's a nimbus cloud in science, and it is going to rain. There is a concrete evidence. So use will. Be going to, not will. Okay? Take note of that. Now, what are the time expressions to be used in future simple actions? Tomorrow. So I will go to the market tomorrow. So tomorrow here is the time expression. Soon. Don't worry, he will be here soon. Next year or next week, there will be another meeting next month or next year. In 5 minutes or in 2 hours. I'll return in 2 hours. And last but not the least, later today, you will say, hold on, let me just transfer here. I will finish my report later today. So these are the highlighted words here are the time expressions being used in future tense. Okay, take note. Now, let's talk about the form now. So how can we form future tense? So we have here positive and negative. So we have here the positive form and negative form in will. So positive form in will. We have here the subject, the will, the verb in simple present form. Now again, subject plus will plus verb in simple present form, also known as the verb one. Again, also known as the verb one and the rest of the sentence. So say for example, he will help me for the test. He here is the subject and will, and then help is in simple present form or in the verb one, and then me for the test. It's the rest of the sentence. As easy as that. He, subject, will, and then help is in the simple present form or in the verb one and the rest of the sentence. Let's proceed to negative form. We have here the subject. It's very easy. Just simply add the word not to make it negative. Subject, will not or won't. So won't is a contraction. With a contraction, it's a shortcut of will not, so won't. So subject plus will not or won't plus verb one or in simple present form plus the rest of the sentence. As easy as that. So you'll say, he will not help me for the test. So simply add the word not. He is the subject here and will plus will or will not plus will plus not plus verb one or simple present form. So he will not help me for the test. Subject, will not or won't plus verb one or simple present form and the rest of the sentence. As easy as that. Now let's talk about future simple form will, but this time let's talk about question or the question form. To be specific, yes or no question. So how can we formulate a question in yes or no question using will? Are you ready? Okay, so we have here, first we have start with will. Of course, if question, you're going to start with the verb. So we have here will plus the subject, like what's this? The pronouns. We have here the verb one. Okay, when we say verb one, it's very long if I say simple present. So verb one means simple present form. We have here the rest of the sentence. And then the question mark, of course. So we have here again the will plus the subject plus verb one or in simple present form of the verb and then the rest of the sentence. Example, will he come to visit us tomorrow? Will he come to visit us tomorrow? So will, he is the subject, and then verb one or simple present form, come, and then the rest of the sentence, to visit us tomorrow. Take note. Now, let's talk about WH question. Okay, WH non-subject question. We have here WH word. Again, when it's a WH, how, what, when, where, and who. Okay, I almost forgot. Okay, WH. Okay, these are WH questions or words. So we have here WH and will. WH, will, plus subject, plus verb one or the simple present form of the verb, plus the rest of the sentence. Again, WH plus will plus subject plus simple present form or simply known as the verb one and the rest of the sentence. Example, where, yes, where will you study when you finish school? Where will you study when you finish school? So where here is WH word, and then of course will, and then you here is the subject, and then verb one or simple present form of the verb study, and the rest of the sentence. As easy as that. WH, will, subject you, and study verb one. Did you get it? Easy, right? Okay. Now, future simple form will, but this time the WH here is served as the subject. Okay. So we have here who or what plus will plus verb one or simple present form plus the rest of the sentence. Example, who will come to help him? Who will come to help him? So who here is the subject, of course, and then will here is yes, plus will plus come in verb one or in simple present form, and then to help him the rest of the sentence. Easy? It's quite easy, right? Okay. And this time, let's talk about future simple, the form, but this time be going to. Okay, be going to. So how can we formulate be going to in positive form? Easy. We have here I plus, okay, I plus am, of course. I, next to I is always am, okay? So we have here he, she, and it, of course. We have to use is. And we, they, and you, we have to use are. And then going, and then the rest of the sentence, okay? Or to do something. Say, for example, I am going to do something. So I here is the subject, am here is the be verb, and then going to. Okay, going to do something. So I am going to do something. He, she, it is going to do something. We, they are, the verb, going to do something. Easy? I am, he is, they are, then going to, the rest of the sentence, going to do something. Example, he is going to spend his vacation in the Philippines. He is going to spend his vacation in the Philippines. He is the subject here, is the be verb, and then going to, and then spend, verb one. Okay, to do. Do here is the verb one. So he is the subject, is here is the be verb, and then going to, and then spend in verb one or in simple present form. Easy? Okay. Now this time, let's talk about negative form. Okay. How can we create negative sentence or question? We have here I, and then am, he, she, it, is, and we, they, and you are, and then of course not. Just simply add the word not. I am not, he is not, we are not going to do something. See that? As easy as that. I am not going to do something. He, she, it is not going to do something. We, they are not going to do something. Example, Sarah isn't going to visit her aunt on Friday. Sarah here is the subject. Isn't or is not. Again, this is contraction, a shorten for not. I'm not, is not, isn't, are not, aren't. Okay? Sarah is not or isn't going to visit, verb 1, or in simple present form. So Sarah isn't going to visit her aunt on Friday. Okay, Sarah, subject, isn't for negative, and then going to, and then verb 1. Understand? I hope you got it right. And future simple form, be going to, but this time let's talk about question form. Specifically, the yes or no question. Okay, be going to, question form, and yes or no question. You have your always have the verb first, and then is, and then are. Is are, subject, plus going, plus to do something. So I, is he, is she, is it, are they, are we, are you going to do something? See, for example, are you going to be a teacher? Are here is the verb, the be verb, and then you is the subject, and then going to, and then be verb. Or this is the verb 1. Okay, or a simple present form. Are you going to be a teacher? Yes, I am. No, I am not. Okay. Now, this time, let's talk about WH for non-subject form. We have your WH. Again, how, who, where, when, and why. WH. WH word plus is, and are, and then the subject, and then going, and then to do something. This is, you're thinking that, that's too much. It's too long, but just very easy. Okay, so WH plus be verbs is an are, and then the subject, and then going, and then to. Always put the word to. Going to do something. Always, I'm always going to eat. Something like that. Example. Where are you going to spend your weekend? Where are you going to spend your weekend? Where here is WH, and then since the subject here is you, so we have to use the be verb are. So where are you going to, and then verb 1 or the simple present form, spend. So where are you going to spend your weekend? WH, be verb, subject, going to, and then verb 1 or simple present form. Do you have any questions? Just in case you have questions, please just pause and then go back the video, and then you will understand. Okay. Now, future simple form, be going to, this time WH as function as a subject. Okay. So we have here who or what, and then we have here is and going to do something. So again, who or what, and then is, going, and then to do something. Okay. Who is going to speak at the lesson? Who is going to speak at the lesson? Who here is the subject, and then is, and then going to, and then speak is in the verb 1 or simple present form. So WH as a subject. Who is going to speak at the lesson? Easy? Very easy. Now this time let's apply. If you understood my discussion, let's have some exercises. Learning objective 2, answer the differentiated exercises given. So again, once again, I am going to be verb. So because it is planned and this is strong intention, I am going to have an exercise. Directions. Number the use in the boxes and then fill the gaps with the verbs in the brackets in the correct simple future form. So once again, I have here few sentences and there are boxes there. And what are you going to do is to number the box, like based on the usage. See, for example, here I have here be going to for you to refresh. Okay. So be going to and will. So uses, plans, and intentions. And then when you can see what's going to happen, this is be going to. Remember, plans and intentions, fixed arrangements, and then it when you can see what's going to happen, and there is a concrete, a clear evidence that it is going to happen, is be going to, and then will for immediate decisions. Remember, and then predictions. We will use okay, predictions. Now I have here boxes. So what are you going to do here is to number. I will give you example. Sally, there is no milk. Betty, oh, I blank some from the shop. So think, is this sentence using will or be going to? But before that, you're going to analyze first the sentence. Is it for immediate decision? Is it for prediction? Is it for plans and intention? Or is it when you see what's going on? Okay, as easy as that. And then after that, you're going to number the box. Is it going to 1, 2, 3, and 4? I'll give you an example. So you have a clear and vivid understanding. Okay? Example. Sally, there's no milk left. Betty, oh, I blank some from the shop. And then the verb here is get. So remember the usage or the formula of will, I will, and then the rest of the sentence or the verb one. So there's no milk. Betty, oh, I blank some from the shop. Is it plans and intentions? Is it when you can see what's going on, or is it immediate decision or prediction? So you're going to number the box. So in this particular number 1 is it 1, 2, 3, and 4? It is 3 and will. Okay, so 3 because it is for immediate decision. Oh, I will get. Okay, I will get some from the shop. Okay, I will get some from the shop. So number 3 because this is for immediate decision and no one forcing him to do so. Okay, so oh, I will get some from the shop. Okay, do you understand now what you're going to do? Fantastic. Number 2. I just have to. Okay, so I still place it here so you have a guide. Number 2. Mom. So mom, I told you to clean your room. Son, sorry mom, I forgot. I blanket after lunch. Okay. Is it plans and intentions? Is it when you can see what's going on to happen? Or is it immediate decisions or predictions? Number the box, please. Fantastic. It's still immediate decision. Okay. And you will say, sorry, mom, I forgot. I will do. I will do. I will do it after lunch. Okay. Immediate decision. Number 3. Look at that big cloud. I think it blank rain. Look at that big cloud. I think it blank rain. Is it intention? Is it when you can see what's going to happen? Is it immediate decision or a prediction? Number the box, please. And the correct answer here is 2. Okay, when you can see what's going to happen. Look at that big cloud. I think it will, or it is going to rain. Okay, it is going to rain because you are seeing the cloud. Maybe it's dark, and then you know what are going to happen next. Okay. Number 4. Next month, I blank a DVD player, and the verb here is buy. Next month, I blank a DVD player and then buy. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 1. Okay, so plans and intentions. I am going to buy a DVD player. So 1, plans and intentions. Next month, he is planning to buy a DVD player. Number 5. Okay, 4. So in the future, people blank bigger heads. So predictions. Okay, in the future, people will have bigger heads. So this is just a prediction. Okay, so 4 predictions. In the future, people will have bigger heads. So take note once again, the formula, subject, the be verb, and then going to and by, and then if it is will, people subject, and then will plus the verb 1 or in the simple present form. Okay? I want you to do more practice. Okay, learning objective number 3. Formulate their own sentences and questions using simple future tense. So this time, I would like you to arrange the jumbled words below to form sentences or questions, like in the introduction. So arrange the jumbled letters or jumbled words below to form sentences or questions. I have here, going to eat, am, lunch today, I. Yes or no question. 5 seconds to formulate your yes or no question. Going to eat, lunch today, I. So you'll say, amazing. So, am I going to eat lunch today? Remember, this is a yes or no question. Be verb, subject, going to, and verb 1. Easy? Very easy. Number 2, going to is buy some clothes tomorrow, he and not. Of course, we are going to formulate a negative sentence. Going to is buy some clothes tomorrow, he and not. 5 seconds to formulate your negative sentence. 5 seconds is over. So you'll say, he is not going to buy some clothes tomorrow. He is not going to buy some clothes tomorrow. Here is subject, is the be verb, and then negative in going to, and then verb 1. Number 3, going to buy, you, why, aren't, car, that. Okay, form your double H question. 5 seconds, please. 5 seconds is over. So you will say, why aren't you going to buy that car? Why aren't you going to buy that car? So this is negative. If positive, why are you going to buy that car? But since this is negative, why aren't you going to buy that car? WH, be verb, subject, going to, and then verb 1 or in simple present form. Easy? I believe it's very easy. 4 and 5. Joseph, the, burn, city, for, you, and will. Make your yes or no question. So are you going to say, will Joseph burn the city for you? Will Joseph burn the city for you? Yes, he will. No, he will not. Okay. Number 5. Will she tomorrow or tomorrow night not see you? Negative sentence, please. 5 seconds. 5 seconds is over, so you will say, She will not see you tomorrow night. Okay. She will not see you tomorrow night. Subject, will or will not, negative, and then verb one or simple present form. Easy, right? Very easy. Now, number 6, right after lunch, she will the email. Affirmative sentence. Right after lunch, she will end the email. Make your sentence. Okay, let me see if you got it right. So you will say, she will write the email after lunch. She will write the email after lunch. Number 7, help me going to. Who is? Can you formulate your WH question using be going to? Let me check. You will say, who is going to help me? Who is going to help me? All right, very good. Now, I'll give you a homework. Okay, your homework is memorize. Okay, just simply study and memorize. Memorize the formula in making sentences and questions in simple future tense. Okay, negative and positive questions, yes or no questions, WH questions in making sentences and questions in simple future tense. Because afterwards, write sentences. You're going to write sentences and questions in your English notebook. Okay, take note. Now, I would like you to do something. I would like you to correct. Am I correct? Okay, please correct these sentences here, or sentence and question. Number 1, he is not going to eat his lunch. Is this correct? He is not going to eat his lunch. Is sentence 1 correct? If you say, wrong, and then you really understood my discussion. Why? What makes it wrong, mister? It's wrong. Why? The correct answer here is he is not going to eat, not eat. He is not going to eat his lunch. Okay? And number 2, how will you answer this test? Is this question form correct? How will you answer this test? If you say this sentence is absolutely correct, and then you are correct as well. Okay, now thank you so much, and of course, if you find this video informative, if it helps you refreshing your rusty mind about grammar, okay, please don't forget to like, share to your friends, and of course, subscribe. Okay, thank you everyone, and goodbye, and see you to my next video.